Good afternoon. Must say that we have heard very excellent presentations and speeches during these 2 days, and I was very happy to hear that many of those were also mentioned the money issue and where we can find the finance to our project and activities. I'm representing Finnish Fundraising Association, and I try to shortly tell you the story how we are strengthening the charities' fundraising issues and promoting better asking and better giving culture in Finland. So for international guests, vastuullinen lahjoittaminen, it's in Finnish and it means the Finnish Fundraising Association, and it was established 10 years ago. We act as a network, I must say unofficial one, but we are very active and we listen to our members frequently so they can tell us what is necessary to do. We work together, many different partners, authority, decision makers, corporate partners, so various number of them. And the only aim is to build more capacity for fundraising. We have different ways to support our member NGOs and all the NGOs who are participating to our events. We promote the ethics and standards for good fundraising and good governance. And VaLa is also a member country for European Fundraising Association, which is a similar kind of network for all national fundraising associations all over Europe. And IFA, they support all the national associations in their advocacy work. And also they try to launch new associations to new markets. For example, Eastern Europe, it's very, very important market area in issues of fundraising. And all what we are working together is influence on these matters on a European or global level. But now probably we go to story. This is what I like to start. I consider that our supporters and donors, they are actually our fans. They want to belong to our team. They want to be happy when we succeed. And this is the same thing what we have learned from Sochi Olympics. And I hope you can find your own countries here. I try to get the pictures out of what you are representing here in Finland and here World NGO today. Sports and charities. Definitely we NGOs, we cannot show our results in the same way. We cannot say how many Olympic medals we got, and we trained for 4 years, at least 4 years, to get those medals. But what we give, we inspire, we get a lot of emotions. We have heard discussions here in the panelists, for example. Almost everybody was asking, what is your finance, what is your results, what are the impacts? There are a lot of things that you can measure. You just try to find the best way, the best method, what suits to your organizations. But the emotional things, you probably cannot measure. Minister mentioned already that many things are measured by figures, kind of facts and figures idea, but the quality, of course it's a facts, but it's really difficult to measure. And as a fundraiser, we need to answer the questions, what you are doing with my donations. Can we really divide what we can achieve with €5 50 euros. Or then when we are really establishing a partnership with corporate sector, it's 5 million euros. And these are huge different things how you are doing this. This is to answer what we really actually need to give all the public funders to. Are we reaching our targets? Are we keeping our promises? And what we also heard, and I was happy to read from this Aid Afghanistan for Education paper also, in the leaflet, they say opportunities for support. With contribution of $1 per day, you can support a student to have a brighter future. This is actually what we do. We need to have one sentence where we say everything. This is what the donors expect from us. But we can also ask time, expertise, not always the money, or donations in kind. They are becoming more important here in Finland too. But we must see that this is not just what we have to do. This is definitely strengthening our fundraising with good reputations, good stories, like we heard Elina telling. We are getting more money. And this is not just what's happening in Finland. This is happening at least all around Europe. So last year, European Fundraising Association made a survey and asked fundraisers, almost 1,500 NGOs in 17 countries, what are the current concerns in your work? Well, the top one is global economic situation. But the second one is the truth that donors are demanding more information, great transparency and accountability. So they are really concerned about the public trust to charities. And this is when they asked fundraisers what are the biggest challenges. Still, they are worried for the next 10 years. What is the situation with the global economic? But then they are worried about donor loyalty. And again, asking more impact reporting. As we have heard that, well, European population and United States, Canadians, we are getting older. So this is the retention of donors, if it's not familiar with you, but we all, NGOs and charities, we are struggling with our donors, not only the donor loyalty. Then what we do, during the last 10 years, we are providing research, surveys, education, networks, available for all NGOs, even they are voluntary or professional working. In Finland, we work with the police administration, so we don't have a self-regulation system here in Finland, but many IFA organizations have established self-regulation in their own countries. We do lobbying work. We have noticed that governments really can strengthen our fundraising with certain activities, acknowledging the importance of private donations, having a clear legislation, and maybe it's better to say donor-friendly tax deduction system, not NGO-friendly tax deduction system, and also the compensation for VAT costs, what we are paying. And it is quite easy for me to say a couple of figures what VaLa have achieved. So we have 38 member organizations. Last year we organized 9 events. There were participants more than over 120 organizations. But I think that most important is what our members are doing. And this is the very short showcase how our members have managed in their reporting, telling about the important impacts. And I know that these 5 cases are also doing very well in fundraising. So first of all, WWF Finland. They have given clear figures what they are doing in Nepal, and also they tell about what is doing for climate change, how they are active, when they are active in Nepal and in certain local area, what does it make to climate change. Finchurch, this is in Finnish, but they are very clearly telling in their annual report where they are working, how many people they have helped, how many people they have reached. And this is excellent example how they are really saying thank you to their donors. UN Women, like we heard a lot, it was much pleasant probably to hear about with cases and personal stories. But this is from the annual report, how we make a difference. And advocacy work is probably the difficult one to try to put in facts and figures and impact telling. World Vision Finland. They have a lot of sponsors, so 14,000 children in developing countries have a Finnish sponsor, and the story goes like with these figures. And Plan Finland. This is really an excellent way how they have put all numbers worldwide, what they have done during a year all together. But of course, it's not including this quality research, what they have done. It's more or less quantity. But for fundraisers, must say that this is an excellent way to say thank you to the donors. But when you make this impact measuring, it's also a good way to create fundraising products. You really can say that with $20 we can buy 5 vaccinations or helping 5 children in Somalia or giving the education. But then this is how the donors feel. They are part of your team. When you are transparent and you explain also those administration costs, fundraising costs, and you really open and honestly tell about the investments, time to time also the administration and fundraising need investments, that you get more money and you can get to do more work and help more people. So they don't leave you even when you have not so good times. They are there. They don't say goodbye to you. They will be a part of the team. Thank you.